WWE Raw Super Show live in Tampa, Florida. 2 weeks away from TLC. What is going to happen? What's going to be the WWE title match? We don't even have a title match on the show yet. We know the World Heavyweight title match is Big Show, Mark Henry, but maybe those answers will be solved. So the opening segment kicks off with everyone's favorite superstar, John Cena. Cena comes out, basically talks about the same old shit with the fans. Talked about the energy that he should have felt last week. Whatever, same shit with the fans. Out comes Alberto Del Rio. Don't know a Del Rio promo by now. Go watch a Del Rio promo for when he first debuted. Or watch a Del Rio promo from last week. Or Del Rio when he was in the ring with Austin at the All-Star Raw. Whatever. Just watch one of those. You'll get what Del Rio does in the ring. It's nothing new, nothing special. He kind of just talks on the mic. And then this promo was a little bit saved. And I mean a little bit saved. I mean a little bit. Dolph Ziggler comes out, and he did some good job entertaining on the mic. Dolph Ziggler was talking about how, you guys are nowhere near my level. Did you guys beat Randy Orton last week? No. You guys did not beat Randy Orton last week. I did. You guys don't hold a candle to me. I'm Dolph Ziggler. That's how it is. Blah, blah, blah. Dolph Ziggler just basically talking shit, and he actually seemed pretty good. Then the Miz comes out. Talks his shit. They all want championship matches. And then Joe Laurinaitis comes out and graces us with his presence. Now tonight, since CM Punk always calls him boring, and I'm a boring antagonist heel, that all I do is just pick on CM Punk and worry about him instead of all the other faces, besides Zack Ryder and CM Punk, I'm going to make a match where all you guys, except for you, John Cena, you got a special match, face random SmackDown superstars in a match, and you guys get to go on to the TLC title match like it's no big deal. Yep, that's all I got. Miz, you're next. Really? Miz faces Randy Orton one-on-one in this very ring. Randy Orton and Miz. Last week they made Miz look strong. This week, total bitch mode until Wade Barrett came out. Wade Barrett distracted Randy Orton after Randy Orton had Miz laid out on the outside of the ring. Randy Orton stares at Wade Barrett with his squinty eyes of doom, and then afterwards he kind of chases after Wade Barrett, gets counted out. Miz goes into the WWE title match, whatever. Looks like a bitch doing so. Doesn't look strong. After embarrassing John Morrison last week, looks like a bitch. And Randy Orton, just looks like Randy Orton, like he normally does. Wade Barrett does get a little bam bam action in there. So hey, you know what? The only good thing from this segment was the fact that Wade Barrett actually is taking control of this feud, and that Randy Orton, Wade Barrett is getting more promotion time and a better build up than happened than a world title match. Sad but true. Wade Barrett and Randy Orton, better build-up than a world title match. Who would have ever funked that? Last year's build-up between these two, oh god. So, next up, we got John Cena. He was just kind of talking to John Laurinaitis. And, Zack Ryder was there. They were talking about the WWE Network. And John Cena was also supporting Zack Ryder. And then John Laurinaitis actually makes an interesting match that could have actually made the show interesting. John Cena versus Zack Ryder. If Zack Ryder wins, he gets a U.S. title shot. If John Cena wins, he gets a WWE title match. Now that's some interesting shit right there. I don't care what you guys say. It was teasing something. It was something I was interested in seeing what would be the outcome of it and what could come later on to it. But it just ultimately fell flat, and I'll explain why later in this fucking video. So, pretty much Daniel Bryan versus Alberto Del Rio. It was a squash match. Del Rio won. Bryan taps out. Mr. Money in the Bank 2011. He just had a world title match. He had injured ribs. I guess you can use the ribs as an excuse. But still, he tapped out like a little bitch. Did not even look good. Now Del Rio's in the WWE title match. Whoopee! Kevin Nash is also announced to have a match later tonight. We don't know against who, but who cares? Beth Phoenix and Natalya versus Kelly and Eve. Every Diva match is the fucking same. I am not going to waste time anymore talking about them. I'll just give you guys the results. That's it. Kelly wins by a roll-up. I'm sorry. If they're not going to put effort, I'm not going to put fucking effort. That's how it's going to go. I am not going to sit here, do some stupid bullshit reasoning like, oh, you know, this is going to be good for the feud. No, that's not fucking true. It's terrible fucking booking. You can't fucking make the Divas of Doom look good because Kelly is on Maxim magazine. Fuck off. All Kelly's good for is opening up her legs and fucking letting men stick their penises in them. That's all she's good for. Eve does jack shit besides a stupid little pose like this and has a huge ass with ugly ring attire. And all of a sudden you want to push Alicia Fox? Fuck off, WWE. I swear, you guys just... Social experiment match. Cena versus Zack Ryder. John Cena and Zack Ryder actually had a decent match. This was a actually interesting point of the show. Zack Ryder looked like he was going to win at one point, but John Cena ended up countering the Rough Rider for the AA. Afterwards, Cena and, Zack Ryder was like mad at Cena. The fans were booing Cena because they were pissed. They were like, why didn't you let Zack Ryder win? And Cena wanted the title shot more. Zack Ryder's like, oh, I want one more match. This is my last chance. And Cena's like, hold up. Runs to the back. And then you think, what could happen from this? What could go on? Is Cena still going to be in the WWE title match? So Cena goes and talks to John Laurinaitis and talks about giving Zack Ryder one more chance. Giving him one more chance to face for the world title, to face for the U.S. title, against Dolph Ziggler. John Laurinaitis says, only if you give up your WWE title match. And this is where I was like, this could be actually pretty damn interesting. Will Cena actually do that? Because Cena is. He wants that WWE title. He was posting on that fucking Twitter. He wants that WWE title, and John Cena will do anything for the title, but obviously not tonight. John Cena decides, fuck it, I'll get rid of my WWE title match so Zack Ryder has one more chance. Zack Ryder faces Mark Henry, your World Heavyweight Champion, in the no DQ match. This is where it goes to shit. Hey, WWE writers, let's not build Big Show and Mark Henry on this show. Fuck that shit. It's not important. Randy Orton and Wade Barrett is 10 times more important than half our world title matches. I mean, it's not announced yet, but hey, Wade Barrett and Randy Orton is going to be a big feud with actual build-up. While this feud right here is a throwaway. Mark Henry, Big Show, fuck that shit. Because they don't care about it. Because obviously John Cena has to come in, AA Mark Henry after Mark Henry took little to no damage at all. And Zack Ryder wins, gets the U.S. title shot, and this is stupid. If I was WWE, I would have Cena said no, and see what the fans would have said. Sure, we would have gone the same IWC bullshit, YWC whatever, saying, Cena's always in the main event title matches. But at least it would have been, the reason why is because he beat a very well-popular superstar in Zack Ryder. That would have been interesting. And him saying no to Zack Ryder getting a title shot, that would have been interesting. But instead, we get this bullshit. And Big Show Mark Henry is just nothing important. So I don't care about that match anymore. And frankly, I don't care about the match that Cena and Henry will probably have next week. Santino Marella versus Kevin Nash. At least this had build-up. I'm not even fucking shitting you. Santino and Kevin Nash were... Santino came out and he was just doing a little trumpet thing and Kevin Nash was like... Bam! Jackknives him. So, hell, fucking build-up. Whatever. Kevin Nash wins. No surprise there. Threatened Santino for the sledgehammer. And I forgot to mention, Kevin Nash and David Otunga had a backstage segment. And David Otunga told them, in a stipulation that sounds like TNA would have made up for Jeff fucking Jarrett in a guitar ladder match, whatever. It's a ladder match with a sledgehammer hanging up above the ring. So picture this: there's a ladder and a sledgehammer, and Triple H and Kevin Nash have to climb up the ladder. Whoever touches the sledgehammer first is allowed to use a sledgehammer. And is the only one allowed to use the sledgehammer. So say if Kevin Nash grabs it, and he was the one to grab the sledgehammer, and Triple H takes it away from him and uses it, I guess that's a DQ. The way you win the match is unless the referee gives someone a warning. The game will be making its return next week. Sheamus faced Dolph Ziggler, and if Dolph Ziggler would have won, he would have gone to the WWE title match. Yeah, whatever. Dolph Ziggler basically stiff arms Jack Swagger and says Swagger can't even go into the ring with him tonight. Swagger's all confused and kind of upset. Ziggler and Sheamus put on a fairly okay match for TV, whatever. Then Zack Ryder comes out. Dolph Ziggler was about to win, but Ryder has to come out, building up their feud, I guess. Sheamus bro kicks him. Ziggler's on the main event. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus beats Ziggler, and yeah, pretty much that's about it. Oh, and Zack Ryder holds the U.S. title for a little bit. The main event of the evening was a contract signing between CM Punk, Miz, and Del Rio. And oh god, I just wanted this segment to end. I was just like, wow. Please let it end. Cena. See, I'm still pissed about that John Cena thing. That I'm thinking about John Cena more than fucking the main event segment. CM Punk basically does his usual, like, why don't we just make this fun? Let's sign this and fight. And Miz does his catchphrase bullshit. Del Rio does his catchphrase bullshit. Saying they're both going to become champions. They sign a contract. John Laurinaitis wants to take a family picture. Because they're my best friends and all, I don't have really much friends. And then later on, CM Punk's like, oh, if you guys don't want to fight, then I guess I'm going to have to start the fight. CM Punk fights them off. Makes Del Rio and Punk look bad. And pretty much the end of this Raw. I'm not going to lie. This Monday Night Raw absolutely sucked tonight. In my opinion, I swear, it absolutely sucked. There is nothing that kept me interested in this Monday Night Raw. I was sitting there trying to get into Raw, but there was only one segment, and that was when John Laurinaitis announced John Cena and Zack Ryder. I was into that. I was like, wow, this could be something interesting. And when John Cena beat Zack Ryder, I was into that. And when John Cena went backstage to talk to John Laurinaitis, I was into that. Those were it. That's it. I wasn't into anything else. CM Punk's little contract signing, whatever. I didn't care. There was nothing really interesting on this Monday Night Raw. It showed they don't care about that WWE title anymore, or that World title. Cena and Mark Henry are having a match next week just because Cena put an AA on Mark Henry. What is Cena going to do now at TLC? What is this going to do character development-wise for John Cena? Or anyone for that matter? There is nothing that made me interested. The only thing that they did building towards TLC, I guess, in my opinion, was Randy Orton and Wade Barrett. And this is a classic. They're doing a good job with this feud. I'm not going to lie. Wade Barrett, Randy Orton, I think they're doing a great job. Mainly because Wade Barrett is playing a really good heel, strong heel in this situation. And Randy Orton is playing a face character that should be played as a face. Not always this dominant face, but a guy who gets attacked from behind half the time. Either wins or loses his matches. Or sometimes pulls out the miracle victory. That's fine. But other than that, I just... this Raw was just terrible to me. I did not like it. I'm going to give this Raw, seriously, like a D. That's the lowest I've probably given a Raw on my reviews. I've never given a Raw this low before, but I haven't been interested. WWE has not been a good job making me interested in these Raws. It's sad. It's really sad with me as a wrestling fan, as a football fan, and I know a Monday night game is not good right now, and I'm watching the Monday night game over that. That's how bad it is. If Monday night game's a blowout, I'll be watching that over Monday Night Raw, and that's when it's sad for me. Well, that was my little rant there. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Chase Oliver 68. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I say peace.